This is the Coin It Podcast, sponsored by coincosmo.com.
Like the Chinese are making very good fakes now. I mean, how are the grading companies staying on top of that? You think they're doing a good job?
You look for patterns in the designs. Usually planchet quality is another thing that gets them.
Yeah. On the air stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened too. There was this guy in Florida that was, I don't know if he had some kind of mint in Europe. He was making mint errors there, reverse engineering coins and stuff, but that got caught. In the meantime, he made a lot. Part of the problem was he couldn't get good especially for copper, he couldn't get good. Coins to 2009 or 2010 coin. You think it should be on a full red planchet. He couldn't get red planchets. It's hard to find.
I think they're really good about that. I mean, these guys eventually get caught.
Yeah, he's still around. He was never arrested. His name's Charles Silverstone. He never got arrested.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That surprises me. That really surprises me. Maybe not a lot of people bought that stuff and spent a lot of money.
No, they were on the market. The grading services, finally caught on. Like I said, if you kept it quiet, it would have been smart. When they get greedy is where they get hurt. People get greedy.
Wow.
And they start making money. Also, they get greedy. If you're a little smarter and would have gotten away with it. I bought one of the first ones of those.
Did you really?
It was one of those. It was after the state quarters one. I bought one of those first ones on a penny. It was on a brown punch, but it still looked nice. And I wasn't sure when I got it. In fact, I wouldn't even pay for it until NGC slapped it. NGC slapped it.
Wow.
And I paid for it. Then a few years later, you start to see a bunch of these things come out. That pattern, 2000. I forget which ones, what they were all for, what states they were. They're beyond the point of states where the territories were.
That's crazy.
So 2009 and 10, that stuff started coming out, and then they started realizing, hey, something's wrong here.
Right. Man, that's. So what is it? What is like? Did you say anything to NGC about that or no?
No, eventually they caught on. The deal was caught on was Dave Kammerer.
They dealt with it.
They start. You start seeing too many of those. Eventually, what happens is whatever coin they reverse engineered to make the dies from, eventually the mark starts showing up in the same spots. That's the easiest way to check for that is if coins are truly made randomly. You're not going to have the same scratch in the same spot, same place in the coin.
Right. All coming out of the same dealer, same area. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's the other two. Always one person seems to have them.